Good evening. This is Paul Collar along with Christopher Schimmel. We are at County Stadium in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Minnesota Twins and the Milwaukee Brewers Game 2 of a doubleheader where the Brewers in Game 1 beat Minnesota 4-0. And we are now in the bottom of the third of Game 2 in a scoreless game. And Greg Vaughn is the hitter. Here's the pitch by Krieger. Here's a drive to deep left field. Get up, get out of here. Go! Vaughn! A home run on the first offering by Greg Vaughn. And listen to this Brewer crowd go into a frenzy.
We got all of that one, that's for sure. Up and out of here.
No doubt about it. And a very happy Brewer dugout. Looks like Krieger just threw him a fastball and Vaughn caught all of it. No doubt about it, Chris.
No doubt about it. You said you want to get something started. That's the way to go.
As it flew up into the very jubilant Brewer bleacher crowd. And now here's Jaha. And he takes one on the outside corner for strike one.
Pleasant night weather-wise this evening.
Oh, it's a beautiful night, but unfortunately there's no room for you. Apparently this is a sellout tonight, and that'll mean about 54,000 people, but yeah, you couldn't ask for a better night weather-wise. 365 feet, tail of the tape on that home run by Greg Vaughn. Here's the 1-1 offering to Jaha, and he fouled it back, and it's 1-2. Frank Charles trying to continue this Brewer rally here in the third inning.
Leave it to Frank to rev him up. He'll light him up here.
Oh, he's been a legend here. Here's the pitch. Here's a pop fly ball. Gagne calls for it.
He's underneath it.
And he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Good catch there.
That'll bring up Mr. Scott Fletcher. Fletcher's hitting .278. He's got 2 home runs, and he's walked 23 times this year.
Took a good picture for that scoreboard shot there.
It looks like everyone's got a bruise on their nose.
Something wrong with the scoreboard there. Maybe a home run from earlier part of the season.
There's a little breaking ball there that Scotty takes for a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Krieger. And Scotty popped this one up. And we have 2 out. That'll bring up Pat Listash. Listash hitting .296. No home runs, 29 RBIs.
Can we get something going here? We got 2 outs.
Nice hanger there. That was in Listash's wheelhouse.
In the wheelhouse.
Good pitch to Rip. Let's see if he gets another one.
What do we got here?
There's a fly ball to right field.
What do we got?
And that'll retire the side. At the end of 3 innings of play, it is 1-0 Brewers on the home run by Greg Vaughn.
Take my microphone.
Well, we are now going into the 4th inning here at County Stadium. The Brewers got off to a 1-0 lead here on the big home run by Vaughn.
Looks like they're trying to get something going.
Good way to get something going. We are here at County Stadium in Milwaukee. A big crowd tonight. You gotta like this. There's 54,000 people in the building. It would be nice to do this every night. Got a lot of people from Minnesota here.
That's right. We had a full house last night. Was unfortunately a little rain, though, turning today into a doubleheader. I think the weather holds out for us. It's a fantastic day for it.
Yeah, and really, when you think about it, it's a night where there's no clouds in the sky, no rain, good night for baseball, and unfortunately, I can't say there's plenty of room for you because with a sellout, there is no room. In fact, we had a couple friends of ours that were with us this evening, tried to get some bleacher tickets, and unfortunately, they were turned away.
Can they watch it at home, catch it at home, battling with the Packers? Now, they're up in Lambeau today. You got the State Fair just about 5 miles away from here. You got the IMSA race at Elkhart Lake. Southeastern Wisconsin is just filled with activity this weekend. I think we got a lot going, a lot of options.
You can't get enough of it.
Absolutely. We got, I think every sports enthusiast would be quite happy coming to Wisconsin this weekend. Well, I like going on.
You know, being a doubleheader tonight, we were looking for some statistics about the Brewers playing in doubleheaders. Now, they don't schedule doubleheaders like they used to. Sundays used to be play two. You get in for the price of one.
That's right.
You see two ball games, but doubleheaders just aren't scheduled anymore. And the Brewers earlier this season won a doubleheader in Kansas City.
That's right.
And prior to that, they hadn't won a doubleheader, I think, since 1986. So they have an opportunity tonight to not only win a doubleheader, but also pick up some ground on Toronto, who is losing in Detroit tonight, 5-2. I believe that game is in the fourth inning. So hopefully we can pick up a game and a half tonight. So we go to the top of the fourth inning, and leading off in the fourth is Pedro Munoz for the Minnesota Twins. He's the right fielder, and he fouls that one back to take the count to 0-1. Chris, quite a view from up here. What did you think?
Beautiful view. Like I said, we talked a little bit about the weather, but with the lights here, got a heck of a crow's nest view and good crowd. Every nook and cranny almost filled, and
lots of groups here tonight too.
That's right.
I think Joyce has a group here tonight.
Who else do we have?
I think Seitzers, there's a group, not a group, but a couple. The Seitzers have an anniversary tonight.
We've got
happy
an
anniversary to the
That's
Seitzers.
right.
I don't know if they're related to Kevin Seitzer or not, but anyways, something else going on here tonight in addition to all the groups and activities.
What a great way to have an anniversary sometime at the ballpark here.
Oh, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it. The smell of hot dogs and peanuts. Here's a drive to left field.
This is going.
And it's misplayed by Vaughn. He's got to take it off the wall. And Nunez gets a double out of it.
Got a standing
Greg
double.
Vaughn originally moved in for it, and he just misplayed it, Chris.
Well, you got a question. Did the lights come into the factor, or was that just misplayed?
Well, the wind is blowing out tonight, so it definitely could have been a factor. But looking at it on the replay here, it does seem that he thought he had it, but then he lost it in the lights, it seems.
Just got the lights on the backup. Little bitter disappointment there. Got a man on second.
Well, a routine fly ball turns into the 14th double for Pedro Munoz.
Who do we have up next?
And we have William Castro taking a trip out to the mound to talk to.
What do you got here? A little conference on the mound gives us an opportunity to welcome some of our groups here. Got a good contingent here from David Hobbs Honda from Glendale, Wisconsin. Quite happy to see their group here. We've got Craft Service, Concept Therapy, and darn it, what the heck is the Getz Corporation of America? It's baffling everybody. What the heck are those guys doing here?
It's great to see all these groups here, though. It's fantastic. Brewer Baseball, look at all these groups. First Banking Center, Larkin Lumber. It's just a carnival atmosphere here tonight. I don't know of any other way to describe it.
A good adjective.
Good move, I think, by Castro there to go out and settle Ricky Bonus.
Settle him in a little bit.
Harper takes a ball, 1-0. Munoz with his lead from second as Bones looks in. And here's a chopper.
He's
and
under that.
He throws him out. 1 out.
1 out. Got him at first. Just beat him.
And attention play. Heather Horton report from the Fan Assistance Center. Heather Horton to the Fan Assistance Center.
Fletcher made a nice play on that ground ball. The runner did advance to third. That in the form
Well,
of
the
Pedro
question is,
Munoz.
can they get something going now? It's
Well, we don't want them to, but they got a guy in scoring position with one out, so a fly ball or a base hit would bring in a run, that's for sure.
Randy Bush. Any relation to our president?
Not gonna comment on that. There's a nice little bender on the inside corner to Bush.
Bought him off
Strike
guard.
one. Dan Quayle on the on-deck circle. Ricky Bonus looking in. Sign by Jaha. And the pitch. Just a bit inside. Tim Welke, our home plate umpire tonight. The crew chief, Rich Garcia, is at second. Dan Morrison is the third base umpire, and Dale Scott is working over at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Bush, and it's 1-2.
Now, will our umpires work 2 games on a doubleheader, or do they change over? Or what do you got
What they
on
do
that?
is they just rotate one base over. So the third base umpire goes to second, second to first, first to home, and they rotate. Yeah, it's the same umpiring crew, though, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bush. Takes one just a bit inside.
Is
2-2.
Getting to start something there? He's nose hairs away.
A little chin music there.
Little action. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on third.
Bonus looks in for the sign. And now he delivers. Here's a drive into deep right field, down in the corner, and it's going to score the run as Bush holds at first with a single.
Holds him up at first. Runs and run. Minnesota's on the boards.
Well, let's see. Minnesota went 12 innings there without scoring a run on the Brewers. And now they finally break it here in the 4th inning of Game 2.
We got Greg Gagne up here. He's a member of the SS. Oh, pardon me. He's shortstop. Yeah, he definitely did dent the dish. That's true. He was
And
on
it looks
that
like we have activity in the Brewer bullpen as Greg Gagne steps in.
one. What kind of strategy you think they're talking?
Well, with one out, Minnesota definitely would like to get Bush to second. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and that ball is gone. Well,
That
that's
is
what
gone.
Minnesota needed, and they got a big hit here from Gagne. And suddenly a 1-0 game has turned into a 3-1 lead for Minnesota.
Borrowing a word from the Rolling Stones, they're going to start it up.
And a very split group of people here at County Stadium, as we have many groups from Minnesota that have come down here to see their Twins, and as you can tell by the ovation,
Yeah,
a very
see that
happy
again.
gathering of Twins fans.
Our friends from the north definitely come out in full force to see their boys in action.
Well, Gagne got all of it, and
That's in Vaughn's Valley there.
right down the runway.
Some unhappy fans there looking to get a piece of some memorabilia, and he got all of that one. Well, does he take a chewing gum break here?
Kirby Puckett, now a happy camper in the Minnesota dugout.
Having a hard time getting things going earlier, first and second here.
Well, Ricky Bonus departs disappointed, but you had to figure Minnesota, having lost 4 in a row, having been swept by Chicago, coming in here losing Game 1 of tonight's game, they had to come out with some fire.
By all means, they have to work it. Try to get something going here, and sure they don't want to go out with another shutout. Very exhausting first game, and And Brewers, of course, want to hold on. Let's see if they can put them down.
Bruce Ruffin is the new pitcher for the Brewers. He was recalled August 5th from Denver of the American Association.
You sure that was from Denver? I'm sure that was Denver, wasn't it? I was thinking
Denver.
Seattle there.
Right.
Take an opportunity to plug the famous movie Stalking the Ugly Fish. Opportunity to see some baseball action and some fishing action too with our friends Babe Winkleman and John Greenberg. Doing all the catering service here. We're quite happy with that. Fish fry night was last night, and they had a little wet. You had to be a duck to like that one, or be a fish to like that one. Little wet for most of our.
That's right. I'm sure many people who walked out of here felt they were growing gills because it rained forever. We were at the Fair Park last night, and boy, it didn't want to stop raining. They tried to get the game in last night. They waited until 10:30 before they officially called it off. They have that 1 o'clock curfew.
Okay.
And they figured, well, 2.5 hours for a ball game. If they started at 10:30, they could still get it in. But then when the rain didn't let up, they just called it and played 2 games today. And, like we said, couldn't ask for better weather. And the crowd has responded, and they're here in full force.
Bonus for our second game fans here as Bruce Ruffin warms up.
And there's no doubt that all the Brewer fans here tonight would love the sweep. And especially knowing that Toronto's losing, a chance to go from 6 games behind in the standings to 4.5 is a big jump and could be very well a turning point down the stretch. So this game is actually quite pivotal.
Sure.
And now being down 3-1 here in the top of the 4th inning, the Brewers are going to have to play catch-up. But I think the priority now is to get out of this inning without any further damage, and they have summoned Bruce Ruffin for that task as he now faces Mike Pagliarulo, who is 0 for 1 tonight with a flyout. He inherits no base runners. And here's the first offering from Ruffin, and it is a bit outside.
On a lighter note, too, when you have Minnesota, a lot of fans on a neighboring state, there's a lot of rivalries here. And like we mentioned, big group from Minnesota here. And we sure a lot of Brewer fans would like to give them a facial here and work them out.
Yeah, Pagliarulo pops one up on the infield.
And they're under that one.
And an easy out. 1 away. That'll take us to the top of the order for Shane Mack, I should say. Shane Mack.
Shane.
Thinking Sean here, but it's Shane. Shane on me.
Taking a view here. Who's this gentleman?
Who is this gentleman? I believe that is the third base coach, or the first base coach for Minnesota.
Shane Mack's seen some action, as evidenced by his messy jersey there.
He's on the way for a cycle here with a double and a single already. He needs the triple and a home run. He's got himself the cycle.
He's working it.
And here's a pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1, bellows Tim Welke.
He's got a...
Yeah, he's going to have to take that to the cleaner.
Yeah.
Put a little tide on that, and that'll do a trick.
Have some spot remover there.
Here's a foul ball. 2 strikes. We were talking about the concept of doubleheaders a little bit on the pregame there, and they used to, and still do in Boston, have a afternoon game, and then they have like a big long break, and then play one in the evening. Chatting with some of the players beforehand, they kind of like playing them back to back because they tend to get kind of logged a bit between games. Nice pitch by Ruffin to take care of Mack, and that retires the side for Minnesota here in the 4th inning. They do pick up 3 runs, of course. The big 2-run homer by Gagne, and we now go to the bottom of the 4th with a 3-1 Minnesota lead.
I think they sent him to the cleaners there. Mid-4th.
Well, a rough inning for the Brewers there, Chris.
That's
3
right.
runs, they're now down by 2. What do you look for them to do?
Well, got to get something going here. Where's the ignition here? What's going to happen? And I think a lot of our fans would certainly like to see that. Got to get something going. Now, we're looking at hockey. Do you go for a fight? Do you try to rev these people up? What do you do?
I don't think Phil Garner is to the point yet to going out and getting into an argument or inciting any type of violent situation. Minnesota Minnesota seems to have the fire in their eyes tonight in this game. Like I said, having lost 4 in a row, you almost feel like things are starting to go their way. But I don't want to discount the Brewers because they still got several opportunities here.
Does this make a difference coming off, playing the first game and losing? How does it affect the team? Is it going to fire them up? Is it, do they feel like they're down one? And what happens to the Brewers? What generally do we see in this type of situation?
I would think that the Brewers having won and knowing that Toronto's losing, we had the game on here in between innings, the Toronto-Detroit game, and seeing Detroit take the lead in that game should give the Brewers incentive to really go out and want to try and win this game. But at the same time, you got Minnesota, who's been very disappointed with their efforts over the last 4 games. They also have incentive. So it's almost a battle of 2 teams right now that really want this game. And right now it's in Minnesota's favor.
Well, the Brewers, we want to show Minnesota where they get off. Send them packing. That's the concept here. Let's go with that.
No doubt the Brewers would love to sweep this series against Minnesota and then play well against the American League East teams.
That's correct.
That they've got coming into County Stadium. They got Toronto for 3 games coming up here. And they got a total of 7 games left against Toronto, actually.
Okay.
So they've got a lot of opportunities to pick up some ground here over the next few weeks. So let's get it going tonight with a come-from-behind victory. We now go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Get it on the roll.
And Krieger's pitching well. Minnesota has 6 hits. The Brewers just a pair. And Kevin Seitzer is stepping in here to lead off for the Brewers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kevin Seitzer is sporting a .276 average. Here's the first pitch, a little low, ball 1. Every seat is full, just about. There are a few empty ones, but a packed house. And,
I think they turn people away, too.
There's no doubt. Here's the pitch to Seitzer. Here's a foul ball. And it becomes a 1-1 count.
Well, we have a happy fan there.
But that breeze really makes it feel good because it's awfully sticky, and the concession sales have been rather swift this evening.
Yeah. We have a beautiful waxing moon as well.
It shines bright. Here's that pitch outside, 2-1. Well, Kevin Seitzer is a guy you'd like to get on base here because we need some offense. We're down 2, and the Brewers are, as you know, very good at manufacturing runs. So let's see what we can do. There's a ball low for 3-1.
Started off beautifully. Let's get it going.
My longtime baseball coach Bob Nyman from grade school and high school always said, "Walk's as good as a home run." Well, some of us question that, but you never question the coach. Here's the 3-1 delivery. That was the pitch to hit, and he pops it down the right field line, and
almost a collision there.
A nice play by the second baseman, Chuck Knobloch.
Not pretty, but got the job done.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
It wasn't a swish, but it went through the hoop.
It done.
Look at the flag there, and like we said, a beautiful evening, and it is blowing out.
If I could remind you, we have a special tonight, the Pamps firework display after our game, for those of you who want to keep that Independence Day feeling going on through August.
It's nice to keep that feeling year-round, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
That's right.
Well, there was definitely good communication on that fly ball there. It was clearly Knobloch's play. He made the catch, called everyone off. It's what you have to do.
Good backup if he needed it, and looks like they'll send him to the cleaners. A little butt wash there, and Paul Molitor, the igniter. It's Mr. Ignition here. Let's turn the key and see what can happen.
Let him rip. Krieger working from an 0-1 count, bringing the heat inside, 1-1. Special thanks goes out to Pabst tonight for sponsoring the fireworks show after the game. So we have folks at Pabst to thank.
That's right. Are we going to see some fireworks right now, though?
That's what we need.
That's what we're going to go. Paul Molitor from the Minnesota area, of course. So
he is a native. That is correct. That's a good point because I know that when he had that hitting streak going, he had a lot of supporters from Minnesota following that. And boy, that was a real exciting time back in '87 when he had that 39-game streak going. So, lots of Minnesota fans, definitely, for Paul Molitor.
That's right.
Well-liked player, not only in Milwaukee, but, of course, in Minnesota.
That's right. Does good PR work, and you need that. It certainly makes the game more exciting, more enjoyable for everybody. And you got to kind of wonder, do these people, when they look at someone from their own state, they got to wonder, hey, keep an eye on what's going on with them, even if he is playing for an opposing team.
Here's a line shot to left field, a base hit for Molitor.
Good for a base hit.
Well, that's what you need. You need Paul Molitor to try and ignite things. That's his role on the team, and he took a hanger there and got it up in his wheelhouse and cranked it to left field for a base hit. Good job.
Now we have number 8.
Boy, does he have a nice swing, though, doesn't he?
That's
just
beautiful.
A patented swing. We were commenting early on how great, how the ball field here is in such great condition, and they're getting it ready for the football season too, because the Packers do play 3 regular season home games here at the stadium, plus the Shrine game, which should be coming up one of these weeks.
Keeping Molitor in check there is Dante Bichette.
Krieger's got to keep him.
Yeah.
He's got to hold him on. There's no doubt about it, because Molitor is a definite base stealing threat.
Yeah. Much to the dislike of the fans there, didn't seem like they cared for that.
Dante Bichette hitting .310 this year, having a good season, 5 home runs. Here's a drive to left field. Get up!
Get up!
Get up! I don't think it's going to make it.
He's onto that one.
Nice drive by Bichette, but he didn't quite catch it. And Mack with the fine running catch into the wall in left field.
Certainly a disappointment there. Here we go again. Looked good. Got it all. Got a lot of pine on that one. And see where we're going. No, sir. He robbed him. Beautiful catch. Robbed him of the play. And, a little bit about Dante. Early in the season, he does work in the offseason for his father's construction company. Was injured and was wondering if we were going to see him at all this season. But he is, and having a good season, as you mentioned. He's doing quite well.
Rockin' Robin steps in with 5 home runs on the year, hitting .255. And he is just 21 hits away from that 3,000 hit plateau. And we're all counting it down for him, but I think right now we're thinking a big swing of the bat to tie this game at 3. And here is the first delivery from Krieger, and he opts to go to first.
Well, he's got to keep his man in check. As you mentioned, he's good at going to steal them, and I think that would get things going. Maybe a nice steal here, and who better do it than Paulie?
Only been caught 4 times, as the graphics show so well. Here's the first offering to Yount. Swing and a miss. You don't see Robin miss too often. Usually, when he swings the bat, he's going to get a piece of it.
He'll connect, and that's what we need here. Can we make the connection? And
it looked like just maybe a slider there that fooled him. But again, you don't fool Robin too often. So he's got 1 strike here, and Krieger working with the stretch with Molitor on first. And there goes Molitor. Here's the pitch. Here's a drive to right field. However, that ball is hooking foul and out of play. Molitor already had made it to third base because he was running with his pitch.
Getting a little practice there, getting ready for that round, and cut past the pitcher mound. Maybe a few choice words there to get things going.
So, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 3-1 Minnesota. The tying run is at the plate in the person of Robin Yount.
He's got a keen eye on Molitor.
Oh, they're going to keep him close, Chris. No doubt about it. And here's the pitch to Robin. High. 1-2. Earlier, we had a beach ball bouncing around the county stadium lower grandstand area. The ushers and sheriffs had a hard time trying to track it down. When they got to it, it actually ended up in the Twins dugout. So they didn't really have to worry about tracking it down. Here's the pitch. Now he goes to first. He's got a real good move, Krieger does. You notice that?
Absolutely.
Molitor's really got to keep an eye on.
Is he a good match for Molitor here? It's can he fool him? Can he try to lead him out?
He could
He's
very
on
well.
him. He's on him. That's for darn sure.
Dale Scott, the first base umpire, in very good position to make a call if there is in fact one. Here's the pitch. Did Young check his swing? Yes, he did. Dale Scott, the first base umpire, was right on that one and had a good angle of it.
Now, do you see him going for the bunt here? What kind of strategy
Well,
we
with 2
got?
strikes, I wouldn't look for a bunt because if you foul a bunt on 2 strikes, you're out. So Yount's got to be swinging away. I would like to see Molitor get in motion to get that run in if Yount happens to hit a gap. So I'd like to see Molitor running, but again, hate to see him get picked off.
He's got to be cautious, and of course, he's put in that position here by Krieger.
Here's the pitch, Yount. Molitor steals
Molitor
it.
takes it.
As
He catches
Yount
a number
takes
2.
ball 3.
Well,
Very good. Very good.
obvious fan response there, kind of like that. Here we'll see that again. You see him in motion, and he's there already.
Uncontested.
Absolutely, he's there. He had time for a soda on that one.
Well, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and there he did it. 401 stolen bases. The Brewers' all-time leading stolen base man. Congratulations, Paul Molitor. Fine base stealing and hitting and everything over the years with the Brewers.
How long
see that man
How
go.
long has he been with the Brewers now?
I believe he came in '80, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been a long-time
This
veteran.
is his 13th season. Then?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, a very crucial situation here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Molitor with a lead at second, and here comes Krieger. The pitch,
Ooh.
Yount popped it up. That's not what he wanted to do. Knobloch makes the call and the catch
Underneath it.
to retire the side, and that'll do it for the Brewers in the 4th. No runs, 1 base hit, and 1 left. And at the end of 4 innings, it is Minnesota 3 and the Brewers 1. I'm Paul Collar, along with Christopher Schimmel, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening.
Thank you very much.